I think is happening. I'm telling you what's going on.
Nature.
Hey, Seth, I got a quick. Quick question. Remember when I said I was part Mexican? Remember when I said I was part South American? I have actual family who used to live in Venezuela.
Yes,
they hated
because of the opposing party. I'm just gonna take everything you say for fact.
No, I'm not saying that. But anytime you got Venezuelans coming here and they're like, yeah, we hate it there. That's the entire reason we're willing to cross the Darien Gap, which, by the way, is a plot of land. Hold up, it's a plot of land that's so densely packed with gangs, drug lords, and all manner of viral illness and death. They're willing to cross that to come to the United States, or hell, even settle in Mexico, and they're willing to get shot and die in Mexico before they go back to Venezuela. I think that says a lot more about the state of things in Venezuela than what you have to say.
Yeah, you're making sadly no, but you're making the same mistake during Rising Line that Israel made. They thought that, majority of Iran's against that regime, and that regime's going to topple over because nobody likes to live in Iran. We quickly learned that they're willing to unify over the protection of Iran. And did the Ayatollah get overthrown like we thought they were? Was it as bad? Apparently not, because they was able to unify and go fight, like you guys are talking now. You think that's what's going on, but they can be more unified and more together than because look what they're doing right now. They're passing.
That's the
premise of fighting for their land.
That is
fighting for their land. It's fighting for their religion. That's what.
No. I'm talking about Venezuela and in Iran. Think about we made that same mistake, thinking that these people were going to turn against the Ayatollah just because we started bombing nuclear facilities. That didn't happen.
That's not what that was about. We bombed the freaking nuclear facilities so that way they couldn't build nukes.
No. That's what Israel did. Israel bombed their nuclear facility because of Operation Rising Line. Look it up. It's a operation that Israel.
No, I'm not saying what you're saying. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. Yeah, we're saying that basically what you're doing is comparing a long-standing religious war where the entire point is to sway people to your side to a war in which we just want to freaking regime change based off the fact that people are suffering, they're running drugs, it's directly affecting us, our economy, our lifestyle, and our housing economy, and we're trying to get it to stop. That's the same argument they use
for Iran, except with nukes.
No, we have proof this time. That's the crazy. We have proof. That's the thing. Somebody was convicted on our soil. We sent them back under the idea that they would hold a fair election, and they cheated.
You guys really ain't even arguing my original point. You guys are kind of jumping around a bit.
You keep jumping around.
I'm not. I'm sticking to the same point. It's like you guys over here bringing up different stuff, and I'm going like, Brides, what makes you think that there is nobody really there for Maduro? Why do you think that he even has?
We didn't say it was nobody. We didn't say it was nobody. We said the type of people.
No. You guys start talking about, well, don't you know about how he's coercing them and all this good stuff? And I'm just like, are you sure? Are you sure that's exactly what he's doing to all of them? Are you sure that's why he has people ready to die for him to fight against American soldiers? You think it's all coerced?
So first of all,
dude, coercion is powerful.
Hold on.
It could be nationalism.
Hold on. Fuck. Mm-hmm. First of all, you said something about no one rising up against the Ayatollah. There were protests in the streets, and they were quelled. There's many independent media outlets that reported that. Because the Iran.
But did the regime change happen?
No, of course it didn't happen.
Because most everybody was with the Ayatollah's actions at that point. Because everybody was in unison at that point to defend Iran.
No, they weren't.
That's what's going on in Venezuela.
No, it is not. That's
exactly what's going on.
So if everybody's in unison, why were there protests?
For what? By the Ayatollah?
Yes.
There's always going to be protesters, bro. That doesn't mean that everybody's not in unison. Everybody was in unison when it came to protecting Iran. Just because there was a couple of protests saying that actually there were protesters telling the Ayatollah to attack Israel.
Going out into Iran and fucking talking to the people, and they're like, yeah, we don't really like the Ayatollah, but there's nothing we can do about it. We can protest and risk our lives, or we can just go along to get along. There are plenty of people that live under dictators. Like it's a mind fuck is what it is. You don't get to have an opinion. You don't get to say, I really would prefer this. It's not like the United States where you can just say whatever you want and there's not consequences to it. So looking for someone to be out there waving a flag around saying, hey, I want this to happen is a fool's errand. Like that, if that's
no rebel groups,
for,
no rebel group or anything, because they at least got rebel groups, Monty.
Maduro, you're never going to find that, and by extension, you're never going to do anything about what's actually happening because you're looking for concrete, irrefutable proof that you're never going to find. It's always twisted and hidden in the details. It's always, you have to look at human nature. You have to look at how things have happened. History is a great indicator of what's going on. The same thing has happened. How do you get a bunch of people to join your side? Well, you can do it by winning the hearts and minds, or you can do it by scaring people half to death where they're willing to fucking grab a rifle. The Japanese people, for example, in World War II,
you don't think that could be the case with Maduro?
Want to fight Americans, but you fucking defy the emperor and well, you're going to get your head cut off. So it's this idea that because you don't have revolts in the streets of a dictator, you don't have revolts in the streets of North Korea, but you get a North Korean outside of North Korea, like we see in Russia, and they
no rebel group,
and they fucking leave because they've had a brief moment where someone's not watching them that can kill them and kill their family. Like it's human nature 101. If I am fighting you and you understand that I have the upper hand and there's nothing you can do about it, I can get you to comply very, very quickly. And if I put the fear of God into you and then throw a little bit of propaganda, brainwashing,
you want to know what else is human nature?
And start talking about the good of the people and all this fun shit, now I can also convince you to do whatever, moral thing that I want you to do. Or you just have no choice, and that's just what you have to do to survive.
All right, now, but what's also human nature is collectivism.
For someone that's going to come out in large numbers and say Maduro's bad, a country that is not a free country, it's
now,
very
Monty,
easy
look,
to
I got you, but I'm gonna have to play off your point of human nature.
Well, there's
because
no real
human nature, we like to be collective. We're collective people.
Hold
on. So on that collectivism,
you have no
on that collectivism, they could be fighting off a nationality in the protection of their land.
They don't have
just like Iran was. So they're doing, and that's exactly what they're saying. That's exactly what Maduro and the people of Venezuela have been preaching. They do not want their land to be invaded by the United States, and they're willing to fight for it.
We say all the time, if there was really someone that was seizing control and seizing power, you wouldn't have a voice to say that. Do you remember that? And that's what I'm pointing to right now. They don't have a voice to say, oh, we don't like, eating on pennies a day and not having, any kind of infrastructure because the government has taken it all. We don't like any of these things. You're never going to find that because people are too busy looking for those couple pennies a day so that they can eat. It's a much bigger problem than, someone's opinions of a regime. This guy seized power and is holding essentially a gun to the heads of everybody. And if I tell you, hey, you can die or you can fight for me, and maybe I might give you something, what are you going to choose? And you don't get to make any other decision. There's no option 3. It is you do this or you do this. And you could be 100% right in saying that Maduro is just this wonderful, nice guy, and everybody's willing to die for him. That's one way to look at it.
I'm saying that wonderful, nice guy. I mean, you don't gotta be a wonderful, nice guy for people to be willing to die for you. You just gotta be charismatic, and that's what he is. I'll be real with you. The guy got aura low key. He's a very charismatic guy, very charismatic speaker, and every time when this man speaks, he has a crowd jumping. Now, he's a terrible person, but I'll be real with you. He got to give him his due diligence or give him his flowers. He is a charismatic speaker. He's a charismatic leader. I mean, people been knew this about him before this whole situation popped off. We may not like the way the man leads, but trust me, people like Maduro in his state, in his country, because they think he's this strong personality. He's damn near like, the personality wise, he's basically like the Trump of Venezuela. And he did lose that election. That means majority of the people don't want him in there, But there's enough people who want him in there to be willing to fight for him and to go ahead and ignore the fact that he most likely stole that election. Actually, there's some people in Venezuela that most likely think that he actually won the election, and they're going with every word that he says. But all right. Wait, everybody's still there? Oh, okay. All right.
And that may be a collection of explanations for why the US is considering regime change. Of course, Donald Trump has always been very anti-regime change and spoken out against regime change and thinking America should be America first and shouldn't be intervening in foreign countries. So what do you think is going on here with his change of mind, if that's what happens?
I mean, Venezuela has very clear ties to the United States' enemies abroad. I mean, Russia and China. I mean, and we have to mention that they are nowhere to be seen realistically as far as coming to their aid. I think there's something global hope happening here, and this is just one part of the chessboard that the United States is playing. It's unsustainable. Whatever is going on there as far as the governance and just, I mean, I get to speak to a lot of refugees and people. I do a lot of charity work and to speak specifically to the immigrant situation. There is something happening there that is driving humanity.
What the heck? Oh, they accidentally put themselves out. I don't know how the hell that happened. Let me bring y'all back up.
I didn't put myself out. I was going on a monologue, and I realized I wasn't getting.
Sometimes StreamYard, StreamYard sometimes kicks people out at random.
Yeah, I was going on making a whole damn point for like 5 minutes and realized I wasn't getting interrupted every 5 seconds. And I was like, wait a second, the screen was still up, and I was talking, so I was like, oh, maybe I'm still on, and they're just being quiet. No. I got done talking, and I was like, what the fuck?
No, true. Same here. I made my point, and I didn't hear you say anything back, and I'm just like, well, this is strange. Hold on, now. This ain't Monty.
Dude, Set, the whole time I was like, why is Set so quiet? Oh crap.
So what I was can I say?
Yeah,
what
go
I was
ahead,
gonna
bro.
say, because I made some good points.
I'll let you have I'll let you have the closing point on this one.
So what I was saying, I don't know how much of it you heard, but this is if you're going to constantly look for this overwhelming proof that no one wants Maduro in, it's a lot more gray than what you're trying to make it, and it's not a case of everybody wants Maduro out. Obviously, one man cannot control an entire country with no support. He just can't. But one man can control an entire country with just a little bit of lethal support. And the idea that if you're looking for things, you're not going to see it. And I equated it to the No Kings protest. The reason we made fun of the No Kings protest is because if we were really living in a dictatorship or a kingdom, the peasants would not be allowed to protest in the streets. And that's what I was pointing to, is like they wouldn't be. So they're not allowed to protest in the streets. What does that look like? That looks like a dictatorship. That looks like a kingdom. And that's why I kind of laughed for a little bit. I was like, there's no reason. There's no reason for them to stand up, because it'll just be immediately quashed, and it's never going to get reported on. You're never going to see any effort to overthrow it, because one, they probably don't even have the energy to put something together like that, or the coordination, or the access to the internet, because everything's controlled. And they're also probably fucking hungry because like he said earlier, they have destroyed their ability to, make money off of anything. It's a socialist country now. Yep. It's socialist utopia over there, according to Maduro. And I'm sorry, if you genuinely believe that it's a socialist utopia and everybody is just hunky-dory with what's going on over there, then I don't know what to tell you. I understand you're trying to play devil's advocate, and you're trying to say, no, this could be this because look at Iran. But look at what happened after we bombed Iran. There were protests. People did have a glimmer of hope, and they did think, oh, maybe if I protest now, And if I fight now, the Americans will see that and we'll be free. I can't speak to what they were thinking, but that's what that looks like to me. I don't know about you, but it was not just everybody's united in hating America.
Oh no, they were
now.
protesting to bomb Israel. They were that upset.
No, they were not.
Bro, they were literally protesting to bomb Israel. They were upset. They was pushing the Ayatollah to bomb Israel, and the Ayatollah didn't really want to do it because they was afraid of America getting involved. But both the people who don't like who want to actually work with America and the Ayatollah who completely despise America, both of those sides came together and said, yeah, but when it comes to protecting Iran, we can be in unison about that.
Right, because it's Israel. It's a religious war. So you can't it's kind of an irrational.
I mean, not really, because you can't really say it's religious because they attacked them first. They bombed their nuclear facility. It's not. They didn't attack them because they were Muslims.
What? But no, that's why the war has gone on for 3,000 years. Is because of religion.
But within that conflict, though, we just can't blame it solely on religion, though. We do have to sit there and like look at it and be like, well, they did bomb their nuclear facility, so.
Yeah, and Iran sent 1,000 missiles at Israel.
True, out of response. You're right. That's true.
No, it was not. They were doing it before.
No, it was out of response. No, they started shooting missiles and out of response of Israel striking their nuclear facility.
They directly, Iran proper directly sent missiles, but all the terrorist groups and everything else that's been bombing Israel for the past fucking 10 years. That's not out of response. That is, now you have. If
you're talking about the Houthis, well, yeah. If you're talking about the Houthis and of course like Hezbollah and those guys, okay, yeah, I'll give you that one, of course. Well, I was just talking mainly about Iran, huh?
I mean, Iran is sponsoring them. If the United States,
but let's be real though. It's almost like how we'll proxy Ukraine to go against Russia, but we'll never directly get involved. That's kind of how
we're still responsible. I don't see it that way. We are responsible for what's happening in Ukraine because of the proxies that we did. I see that the same way I see Iran. I don't think that just because a country's handprints aren't on it, but you know where the money comes from. You know where all the influence comes from. Come on, if the U.S. does a black op to go kill somebody, did the U.S. do it or did fucking some other country did it? No, the U.S. is responsible for it.
Yeah, but let's be real though. When it comes to Iran and Israel, these guys go kind of tit for tat. I mean, did you see the Mossad operation that they pulled off underneath these guys' nose? Like, I kind of see why these guys spend money to different countries because taking on Israel, well, let's be real with you. Like, due to the way their spy network works, it isn't really a one-man ordeal. And because of, the United States' eagerness to jump on Iran anytime we get involved with Israel, of course, we're going to go through proxy. Because they know, just like as soon as they attack them, what do? We bombed them. And that's Iran already knows. If we attack Israel, they're going to get bombed. But if they proxy somebody else to do it, and you're right, through proxy, yeah, it is their fault. But if they proxy somebody else to do it, that person gets bombed instead. And here's the thing, they don't get bombed by the United States. They get bombed by Israel, which is less severe than getting bombed by the United States.
Yeah, and I think that's all playing semantics in a fucking game of life and death, which I think is immoral and inhuman. So I'm not gonna give anybody credit for using a proxy, whether it's the U.S. or Russia or Iran. It's a fucking fool's game played by old men sacrificing young men's blood. So you're not gonna get me to say, it wasn't Iran, it was really Hezbollah. Fuck, they're one and the same. But that's not the point that I was making. I was saying that there were uprisings, there were people in the streets protesting the Ayatollah, which for them is a deadly fucking proposition, But and now we're comparing.
So hold up, Monty. Let me jump in.
You're allowed to be unveiled in Iran now.
Hold up. Let me jump in here real quick with something. So I follow this Iranian woman. Her name is Goldie Gabari, I think. And she is actually an Iranian, from Iran. She was born there. She grew up there, and she fled from Iran to the United States. Now, I hate to say this, Set, but matter of fact, I would love for you to try to get her on and share from her perspective because she got the history, the knowledge, and the know-how. And a bunch of Iranians send her videos and clips and tell her what's going on from the inside, like the original Iranians, not the Ayatollah Iranians, because there is a difference. And
Yeah,
she'll
Persians
tell
and-
you that she'll tell you the same thing, that a lot of like Persian Iranians, like that have blood ties there but aren't Muslims, they hate the Iranian government and they don't want to be around them. Much like, now I'm saying this for a bigger point.
Oh no, I know.
Just,
They've been saying they don't like the Ayatollah, but they hate Israel more. That was my overall point when it came to the Iran, well, the 12-day war.
No, I'm saying this for a different reason.
Okay.
There are people who, from the inside, will try to get the message out to other people to the outside about what's really going on. And the problem is that Iran's a bit more technically advanced than Venezuela, and so as a result, Iranian people are going to be able to say more and get more out than Venezuelan people because let's face it, they're in the middle of the Amazon jungle. They don't have that many resources, and the only nation that's next to them with the resources and connections that they have without getting seized or anything is the United States. And currently, that nation wants to kick your door down. You could go through China, but China's going to have their stuff blown up or seized or, impounded or whatever the case may be. So those people don't really have underground networks to get information to and fro. Couple that with the fact that there's large amounts of long-standing and well-documented cartel activity, and you really don't know who you can and cannot trust. We're not saying that there's nobody that supports Maduro. That's a foolish point to argue, and I'm not going to argue that for anything except for when it comes to like certain principles in the Bible. However, what we are saying is there is a large hidden majority of people that do feel this way, but aren't able to speak up or speak out.
No, I understand that. Like, oh no, I completely understand. There's people in Iran that can't speak out against the Ayatollah, and of course, I know there's people who support the Ayatollah and who don't. The thing is, though, is like these guys can, but let's not pretend that these same people cannot hop on code over one main issue.
But that's not the point that we're making. The point that we're making is just because you can't see it does not mean you don't have the overwhelming proof that you need. That's why I said it's a little bit more gray than, oh yeah, there's people riding in the streets. They don't like the dictator. Let's go fucking take them out. And it's not even about it's not even about the regime change for the people. It's about the regime change to stop a country that's friendly to China, that's friendly to Iran, from having that connection and having that control over land. That's really what it's about.
So they don't end up with another Cuban Missile Crisis.
That's exactly what it's about. And it has nothing to do. We don't care that someone's suffering. The United States as a country, we're arguing, me and you and Gamer are arguing over the ethics of what's going on. That's not what the United States is considering. They don't give two fucks about the ethics of what's going on in that dictator country. Otherwise, we'd go and bomb every dictator out there. We don't care about that. What we care about is the fact that Venezuela is a threat to our homeland.
Yep.
Because they have a communist, socialist, friendly government that's ready to take things from China, that's ready to give support to Iran, that's ready to give support to, the BRICS nations, and they don't want that. It's the same reason we're tariffing the hell out of Brazil right now, even though Brazil is, a military ally. They're not an economic ally anymore. So this conflict is heating up because it's been so long, and now you have in the United States people that are friendly to Russia, China, and Iran. So it has nothing to do with, is Maduro a good guy? Would you go play poker with him? No, he is using his power and corruption he's selling his land, his access, and his control to the highest bidder. And right now, the highest bidder are people that want to do us harm. Now the next fucking rung in this ladder is going after Mexico and the Mexican government allowing China to import precursors to fentanyl.
We need to actually pause real quick. We need to actually get rid of the Mexican president. The fact that
literally,
like, we need to get rid of her. Like, I don't like her. She is a snake in the grass.
So, Seth, if you agree with that, why don't you agree with Maduro?
Oh, what you mean? I agree that Maduro should go. I just don't think that he's going to go easily into the night. I just don't. Actually, you're right. No, I agree that Maduro should go. It's just that I don't think we're going to have as much support as we think that we're going to have for this man to leave from the Venezuelan people.
Okay, and that was my point too. When you said he has an air force, I said big fucking whoop. We don't need support. That's the great thing about being a superpower. You don't need to make allies to go.
He said, "I am the ally."
Yeah.
Who needs equipment? I am the equipment.
Yeah. This is a might makes right situation, because there's no. We don't need the support of the Venezuelan people to fucking overthrow Maduro.
Good point.
That'll happen. Now, what you need is the support of the Venezuelan people to get someone that's going to focus on their interest and not being corrupt and all that fun shit. You do need support for that. So it's not can we please come bomb you? No, we're going to fuck you up and then we're going to rebuild your country.
Oh man. All right, hold on. Shout out to Hellbatty says, keep in mind Venezuela has a high restriction on gun ownership and general population is low ownership due to gun control campaigns.
Boom.
Yep. Maduro is just Gavin Newsom. Of Venezuela.
Let's be real though. Like the videos of Venezuelan soldiers giving out weapons to the people, mainly, let's be real, he's only giving weapons to the people that he knows that are hardliners for him.
Damn,
isn't that much
propaganda? Come on, all you have to do is put out a couple of videos, and now you have me and you arguing over whether or not we can take over Venezuela.
Oh no, bro, we can take over.
But the real question,
the problem is, I just think that we have to actually fight. I don't like the idea of having to fight. Like these citizens or bomb these guys as well.
We're not going to have
Can we take over France? Can we take over France? You guys think
we can take over France in an afternoon. We can
unless France crashes out and try to nuke
to go take over France.
I'm sorry. If there are any Frenchmen in the comments, I need to hear your thoughts. You think you could square up against us?
Bro, I have a French rifle for sale, never fired and only dropped once.
Come on, guys. We all know the truth. We all know the truth of the world. We're the big dogs, then Russia, then China. If it ain't those two, then you shouldn't even be talking to us that way.
But here's the thing: when you have a small dog, i.e., Venezuela, fighting with coercing with two big dogs, Russia and China, that becomes a problem. So you're just taking that piece off the board for Russia and China is what's going on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, and this is gonna be a hot take. And anybody in the comments and you and Set, y'all can disagree with me, and I honestly want to hear from everybody like on the live if I'm wrong for thinking this way. But I don't think that Russia really cares too much about U.S. affairs to a certain degree.
No, not really.
So I agree. I agree up until a certain point. Russia only cares about U.S. affairs when they interact with Russian affairs.
Yeah.
I mean, well, obviously, but I'm saying outside of that.
Yeah, to be quite honest with you, I think if we were to try to actually take Venezuela, even though, actually, Russia already showed us what it's willing to do for Venezuela. They're willing to send submarines over there to help smuggle out the oil, but they're not going to put boots on the ground for Venezuela. They're going to treat Venezuela, well, like our Ukraine. It's like, you know what? We may send some money to them, but we ain't going to put boots on the ground, though, and get in direct
order. Yeah.
And I was getting ready to say, and I find it, I think I said this a couple lives ago where I said
Venezuela is a gas station for Russia.
Literally.
No, yeah. I was getting ready to say that the U.S. is doing to Venezuela what Ukraine, what Russia is doing to Ukraine. And I think Russia and the United States are kind of just staring at each other in this awkward hallway exchange, like,
honestly,
just forget about what you seen here.
I think behind closed doors, we'd probably make that deal like, all right, bro, look, how about this? You ignore me in Venezuela, I ignore you in Ukraine. Deal? All
deal?
Right,
bet.
Separate ways. Cool.
Like, watch
don't
what
say
I
nothing
say.
when I do something now.
Watch what I say. in the near future, Russia is going to try to broker a peace deal between the United States and Venezuela. Timestamp it. I'm willing to bet they're going to do it. And I'm like, guys, chill. And it's like, wait, didn't we try to do that with y'all in Ukraine, and you decided to keep beating an unconscious cripple kid?
Hold on. Russia's already tried to do that with Israel. Remember, Putin was trying to broker a peace deal with Israel between Iran.
True.
Like, absolutely, that's going to happen. Okay, this is going to sound very fucking horrible to say, but all of these countries, Israel, Ukraine, Venezuela, all of these different countries are just fucking pawns on the board in the bigger game. And it sucks. It sucks that that's how world leaders see the rest of the world. But that's what it is. That's really what it is. The United States sees Ukraine as a pawn for Russia. Russia sees Venezuela as a pawn for the U.S. And what's happening right now is the three big powers are trying to consolidate power, and what we're trying to do is prevent a world war. That's really what everybody is trying to do, is prevent a world war by feeling secure enough in their own backyard that they don't need to go to war over something. And
so I will say Russia's historical reason for going after Ukraine, and a lot of people don't know this, is because every single time that Russia has been in a war, they've always been invaded, and it was never the Russians that pushed them back. It has always been their winters because they're so brutal. So what Russia is trying to do is secure its rear by consolidate. They're gonna try to push all the way out to where those mountain ranges are on the plateau, because then all they have to do is build a freaking railway all the way to those mountains, and then they can just defend themselves there, and then they have a retreat point to where their weather is the hardest. That's what Russia's doing. The United States is trying to secure its access to the Panama Canal for obvious economic reasons. And some people think oil. I'm like, no, we produce way more oil on the boat. When you really get into the weeds, we produce way more oil. We're on par with OPEC. Dare I say, outproducing OPEC.
Yep.
I think it's more of an economic control thing.
All right, guys. So we can react to this video real quick. This is Venezuela's defense minister. The people of the U.S. must understand that their government is an instrument of war. I mean, let's hear him out all the way through.
That's funny that a general is saying that.
Literally, I'm like, bro, what the hell is your job?
Don't you work in the Department of War, my guy?
I'm like,
we're calling the kettle black, aren't we?
Yeah, isn't that what we're supposed to be doing for Venezuela? But all right.
Estamos alzados en rebeldía.
The hostile.
Contra la
Bro, this
nefasta.
literally sounds like every fucking dictator movie in the world. Like this is the main character right here. Good God.
Like, no, for real.
He looks the part.
Like, look how serious this guy. He looks the part.
Oh yeah.
They gave him the Arlie Ermy eyebrows, a good old clean shave. They were like, yeah, this is the guy right here.
He's like, yeah, this is going to intimidate him. All right. But disgraceful actions of American imperialism. All right, let's get into it, guys.
Blah, blah, blah.
Americano, que nos quiere someter, como ya he dicho, a base de mentiras. Es el accionar, Celone, es el accionar histórico del imperialismo norteamericano. Bajo mentiras.
Go ahead.
Pause.
How about we talk about the Venezuelan imperialism through drugs?
No. What he's saying is we don't like the American imperialism because they don't let us run drugs and make a whole bunch of money and be corrupt. We like that Chinese imperialism and that the Venezuela or the Russian imperialism because they let us be corrupt.
Yeah, like,
when the bad guy doesn't like the good guy, it's usually a good sign that you're doing things right.
True. And I mean, they don't like us because we don't turn a blind eye to corruption and cartel, working with the cartel, really. But all right, let's get right back into it. Based on lies, they attack Yugoslavia. Okay. Yugoslavia.
Invadieron a Yugoslavia. Bajo mentiras,
based on lies, they invaded Iraq.
Bajo mentiras,
based on lies, they
agredieron en
Libya.
A Libia.
I mean, Shit, they got us on that. Oh, all right. Way to bring up our dark past, you dick.
That's all he's
Oh,
trying to do.
you
It's
bringing up the
propaganda.
dark past?
Agredieron
Yeah,
así.
the difference is with those countries. Yeah, we admitted that there was no WMDs. There was no reason for us to be over there. Our service members and our government even said it. The difference between you guys and them is we have more than enough reason to be over there. And even though the Democrats are trying to sympathize with you guys and be like, well, we shouldn't be over there, deep down, they're like, yeah, this guy's a fucking issue.
Yeah, like, you know, shout out to the Democrats and their, you know, their shipwrecked sailors.
Shipwreck sailors is wild.
Man, on a narco boat. Crazy.
Día, etcétera, etcétera, etcétera. Qué
Did he just say
prontuario.
etc. 3 times?
Yeah, he said etc. and etc. So and so, pretty much. All right, with a record of actions by America imperial.
Accionar del imperialismo
What a record of
norteamericano
action.
siempre con mentiras. Entonces el pueblo de los Estados Unidos debe entender que su gobierno es un instrumento para la guerra. Se quiere y se pretende ahora aquí, en este hemisferio, no estamos hablando de allá, del Medio Oriente, en la Europa del Este, no estamos allá hablando del otro lado del mundo, estamos hablando de este hemisferio occidental. Se pretende hacer una guerra en Latinoamérica y en el Caribe. Y se pretende, queridos hermanos del pueblo de los Estados
If you got a
Unidos,
lot to say, come do
hermanos y
something
hermanas
about it.
del pueblo de los Estados Unidos,
Pause.
Mhm.
So I want you to understand something about this set. The framing of his statements, the fact that he's saying them in Spanish. This is not a message intended for us. This is a rallying cry for the people of Venezuela. He understands we're going to look at this and laugh at him.
Yeah, literally.
So what he's trying to do, or what the government in this situation is trying to do, is bolster support at the last second before they get invaded. It's the same exact fucking thing that Saddam Hussein did.
But to be
When we
honest, I'll
rolled
be real with
through
you. Only
fucking
part where I
Baghdad.
disagree with you on is I think he is somewhat trying to speak to us, or at least the liberals in our country who can possibly stop this. Because remember,
It's a
to get a
combination-
land
It's a
invasion, we would.
combination of both points.
Yeah,
It's,
we wouldn't
it's
need
your point and Monty's point.
Yeah, but let's be real, we would need congressional improvement to get into it with Venezuela.
But here's the thing, Seth. Here's the fucking thing. This is the same exact fucking thing, almost word for word. Like go watch Saddam Hussein when fucking Baghdad was coming, or when Baghdad was falling. Oh, the American imperialists, blah 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 blah. He was speaking in English though. He was speaking in fucking English. He was talking to the liberals. This guy is trying to rally people together. Saddam Hussein understood that his people fucking were gonna turn a blind eye and let the Americans walk through, which they did in 2 weeks. It was a race to Baghdad. The Army and the Marine Corps. Fucking Marines made it. Anyway, and while Iraq is getting taken over, you have Baghdad Bob. No Americans, and they pan the camera over, and there's a fucking M1 Abrams rolling down the fucking street. So it is all about winning the hearts and minds. It is all about trying to bolster support, and that's what they're doing. They understand that they're about to get fucked with.
I mean,
Now what they're trying to do is convince all the farmers and hardworking people to fight against the Americans. That's what's happening. That is what's happening.
I agree with you on that one. I agree with you thoroughly on that.
And why would you need to do that? Why would you need to go on TV and say that if you already had the support that you're saying that they have? They don't have the support. They're trying to
Miramos
fearmonger.
Whoops. No,
No, you're
I
good.
get what you're saying.
It's they know their card's been pulled. They know fucking Trump is on a warpath, literally, and they know their payday. His corruption is going to come to an end if America is successful with this. So of course he's going to say everything, and he's going to pander. These guys aren't idiots. They understand what's going on in the world. They have access to what's going on in the world. Their people don't.
Good point. I'll give you that. I will give you that one. Yeah, you're right. When it comes to his speech, I can tell that it was aimed to rally the people of Venezuela, while also trying to speak to those, I would say, the more isolationist types in our country as well.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what's crazy is I can almost predict what he's going to say next, because you see it time and time again, every single time a dictator falls. Russia said it when they're attacking Ukraine. He didn't say it about America. He said it about Ukraine. Like this idea that we should take any solace in the fact that he's saying any of these things as if they mean anything. He is a fucking gas station for Russia. That's what he is. And he is completely fine with that because his family is living in a nice mansion. He has the let them eat cake mentality. He's on the up and up. He's with the regime. So if the regime falls, that all goes away. But if the regime somehow manages to stay in power through this motivational speech that he's doing and put out these videos, maybe we can prevent a war altogether if we say, oh, look, we're arming our populace. Oh, look, we're doing this. You know what's funny about that? If they weren't socialists and didn't have severe gun control, they wouldn't even have those videos to make, because the people would already have guns.
Good point.
Ready.
Good point.
This is a paper tiger.
Se pretende nuevamente devolver en sacos, en bolsas negras y en urnas
What did he call
a ciudadanos.
Oh, we can.
No, he didn't call me that.
In black body bags. Apparently, you gotta say negras to get that one across.
Yeah. I'm listening now. Now I want to go fight him. You call me that.
Just drop an N-word like that.
Se pretende nuevamente devolver en sacos, en bolsas negras y en urnas a ciudadanos contribuyentes, jóvenes de la sociedad norteamericana, de vuelta a sus casas. Así que el pueblo de los Estados Unidos debe escuchar el clamor de paz, de sindérices,
Listen, a call of peace.
de resolver.
You know, a lot of people are framing this like it's gonna be like, Vietnam 2.0. Like we're gonna go in there, we're gonna get our ass handed to us because we're trying to fight them on their land.
So I need the people to understand something about Vietnam, because I did a whole book report on it. You realize that the Vietnam War only ended because people in the United States threw such a hissy fit about it that we had to pull out. You understand that if
True.
Vietnam War
We're
were
allowed to
actually
continue.
right,
Yeah.
if it was actually allowed to drag out, we would have actually killed a lot of those northern Vietnamese. On our way out,
That's
on our
hilarious.
way out, we
win
bombed.
and lose wars on our own terms.
Yep.
Pretty
so
much.
those damn hippies, pretty much.
Tree huggers, bro. I told you they need to go.
But goddamn, like, come on, man! You put a different outfit on him, and he's the Ayatollah. Put a different outfit on him, and he's Saddam Hussein. Put a different outfit on him, and he's Osama bin Laden. Put a different outfit on him, and he's fucking Bibi Netanyahu. Like, this is the same dictator fucking bullshit that you see in every person that wants to maintain corruption and power. It's hilarious. It's you can't tell me you're not seeing this set.
Oh no, I'm seeing
It's
it. I ain't
basically
gonna lie.
same.
Like you're cooking, Monty. I can't even deny it. You're cooking. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Same poop, different dog.
Yeah,
It's like,
and
you're
we
cooking
fucked all of them up anyway.
USA.
Let's see what he got. Let's see how he's gonna finish this. For the need to resolve conflicts through dialogue. Let's see here. Should listen to call for peace and for need to resolve conflicts through dialogue. AKA, man, why don't y'all talk to us, man? Why y'all gotta pull out the missiles?
Because we tried talking and you guys didn't want to listen.
Yeah.
La necesidad de resolver los conflictos a través del diálogo, de la política y no a través de la guerra. Lamentablemente, el supremacismo se ha apoderado.
People that say, why don't you guys talk this way instead of that way? When things get serious, whenever they change up their tone, that's usually because they're well aware that there's a high likelihood that they may lose. And
I
so
mean,
they're trying to appeal
Come on.
to.
They
This
know.
is
let's
like
be real. Let's be real. If you
this
can
is
whoop somebody's ass, you're not really gonna sit there and run away from the fight. I mean,
You're
you
gonna be
only
like, I
gonna
want
talk
that.
when you're a bit weary about how this might turns out.
It's hard to run away when they're on your doorstep.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's it. I mean, where are you gonna go? Like
America be like, I'm outside, bro. What was that?
Amazon
Good
forest?
talking.
Say that to
Bro.
my face.
Bro, what you
Say it to my
mean? What you
face.
mean, man? Come on,
Sharkeisha,
man.
no.
But like seriously, this is a schoolyard bully that done slapped somebody in the face and is gonna go run to the teacher when you give him a black eye.
Yeah,
Teacher.
they're real good at propaganda too.
Yes, that's all this is. That's all that this is. This is talking, and they're not gonna see you and me set talking about this because they're not gonna see that.
Well, don't speak too soon, Monty. We actually do have viewership in Venezuela, believe it or not.
Oh Jesus
Oh, word.
Christ!
Hey, any
Bro, we have
Venezuelans
viewership
tap
around
in,
the
bro.
world. You wouldn't believe it. Like,
Venezuelans
you
tap in. What you think?
What was it? It was a social blue book. They give me a map of like how much times I've been viewed in certain countries.
With a
Hey.
fucking VPN and a Starlink, maybe.
Man, maybe. Now there are some countries that got blacked out on there. Like there are some countries I literally got like
North
double
Korea.
digits, like 27 views out of like what? Pakistan? Like
What?
I bet.
They have internet there?
Bro,
Well, it's-
surprisingly.
That's
Hey,
bro,
Seth,
everybody's
Seth,
watching
There's 14 people who watch me in Madagascar. Who the fuck's in
No.
Madagascar?
Set. That is okay. Hold on. I know what that is. That is not someone watching you and actually digesting your content. That's someone going through the YouTube Reels and
Yes.
landing on your live and be like, "Huh? I can't understand this guy." We know we've all done it. We've been going death scrolling. That's how I found your channel. Actually, is you have to
that's
pass
true.
like 15 Asian channels that are fucking selling you fucking crystal rocks,
True.
and then you get to someone talking about Trump.
Damn, bro. You got
That is
boiled
true.
down to crystal rocks.
But it
and
gives you the minutes and all that.
illiterates.
You know, that's why when you guys come in here, sometimes you'll see people who type in straight up different language,
Yeah.
like South Korea. I've seen Arabic in here.
If you're from Venezuela and you disagree with me, come on live.
If you're from Venezuela and you disagree with me, come to the United States if you want the smile. I'm joking.
Yo hablo un poco de español.
If you're from Venezuela
Brigada.
and you don't want your country to get fucked up, just move to the United States. That country won't get fucked up.
He said, take the next step.
I mean,
take the next step.
I would say this, like Venezuela, if you don't want to get fucked up, look, bro, just go against Maduro and just hand us over all the oil and resources, you know, on your hands.
Now you sound like you're robbing them.
I mean, well,
it sounds like
nicely.
We're not trying to rob them.
No, you sound like you're actually extorting these people.
Bro, I mean, come on, bro. Gas price could be like 150 again. Look where we can go with this, guy.
Wow, you're not helping your case. If you come over here and give me all your money, I won't kill you.
God,
I mean, you know, and the resources.
And the resources, not just the money.
Okay, Maduro.
Your furniture too, furniture and your house. Bring your.
All right,
house
come on,
with
guys.
you.
Let's be real. If we took Venezuela, you know how great that would be. Like, let's be
think
real.
of all the Venezuelan women.
That
Think about all
too.
the
Women would be
beachfront
great
property
as
we could
well.
sell.
That'd be a good
It would be the
import
new
as well.
Belize.
If we
It'd be
could
the new
import a
Belize.
couple of them, maybe every season, that'd be great. But
Seth, that is human trafficking. You cannot say that.
only if they're sex workers, God damn it.
Oh my God!
Soliciting prostitution. You're literally
On a
making
YouTube
words.
live.
F it, I'm gonna do the Elon one. I'm gonna bring him in through H-1B visas for my dance club.
Oh my
Oh
God.
God! Wait, what did Elon do?
He can do the H-1B visa way. Just bring people over from your favorite country, and you know, just put them in through that worker visa. But
The
Sure.
exotic dancer.
admittedly, Elon brought over some pretty smart guys.
Yeah,
smart with
I'm a
money
living
laundering.
testament. Elon's not money laundering.
Nah, but he does abuse H-1B visas though.
He's just rich as shit. He doesn't need fucking money laundering. What the fuck? What is he gonna do? Launder it through himself?
I mean, let's be real. The man's worth like, what is he worth? 600, 800 billion now.
Last
Supposed to
time
be worth
I
a
checked, it was
trillion soon.
450. He will be worth $1 trillion if he gets the $1 trillion pay package that would bring Tesla to a valuation of $8 trillion.
Man.
Why?
He don't
Why?
need
Why?
that.
Why are there no Elon Musk that come from Venezuela?
Because everybody's
I mean,
poor.
socialism.
Huh?
All
I
of
thought
the
it was-
above.
I thought it was great. I thought socialism was great. It just hasn't been tried hard enough.
Hey, I always said
Hasn't been
socialism
tried
kills. I always said socialism kills innovation. Nobody believes me. I'm just like, but the most inventors came out of the most capitalist countries, aka we'll pay you for coming up with a great idea.
Yep.
Not just take it from you and say this is government
You
property
sound like
now,
the
and I will
capitalist
leave you in
pig
poverty.
said, shut up.
Hold on. Tetris did come out of Soviet Russia.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did not
It
know
came
that.
out of. They had to buy it from the Russian government, from the guy that created it. Because
Banger.
so yes, the government did steal it from him and then try to propagate off of it.
Ah,
And so did vodka and Everclear.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the socialist countries love capitalist countries. They'll talk shit about it.
I mean,
and
that's the only way to
fucking
fuel
try
socialism.
Yeah, it's through capitalism. And
Yep.
it's fucking hilarious that it
So there's an
there's
old
a-
saying: when you run out of other people's money to take, socialism fails. It only
Yep.
works by taking from other people.
Bro, a lot of these countries can like have socialist policies because, well, we kind of carry the brunt of it as a capitalist country. Like, look at pharmaceuticals.
The guy-
if we were a
the guy
socialist
people
country
don't
like
even
everybody else.
People don't even believe that Sweden, Denmark, and Norway, over 75% of their government is literally subsidized by the United States, which is why they can do socialism. And when you tell them that, they don't believe it, and then they go look it up, and then boom, it's right there in black and white. Yeah, we send them about $150 billion a year. Why? I have no idea.
Yeah, and that's why when I go to Sweden, I better be called Daddy American because we pay for this shit. Okay.
At least $5.
Pimp name Slickback.
Literally, like what any country that I pull that America subsidized heavily. When I pull up there, I would like to be called Daddy American. Actually, F it. That is my pronoun.
And these are the
since
countries
you guys
that
like to
talk
do.
the most smack about the United States. Is like we'll
and
subsidize
capitalism. It's fucking hilarious. Every country
Yeah.
that has universal health care is paid for by the United States.
Yep.
And one way now we're not fucking taking receipts from these countries. Oh, you spent this much on healthcare. Here's how much money we give you. No, it's through other means and other ways of supporting the economy. It's not a direct, fucking we're just giving them cash.
I mean, let's be real. The best example is pharmaceutical costs.
Yeah, there's one example.
I mean, we pay like 75%. We pay 75% of these profit margins for these pharmaceutical companies. So they charge us higher. And bro, we're literally talking about all these other countries shared at 25%.
You know what's funny is all these European countries are now bitching about the fucking Fair Drug Act or the Fair Prices Act or whatever. It's part of the reason why Europe is so mad that we're fucking focusing on our own backyard and not helping them. This is part of not helping Europe, making Europe stand up on its own 2 feet. So you have to understand all of this stuff, not in a vacuum of each individual thing, but as a totalitarian viewpoint of it.
Yeah, and Trump pretty much just went along with what I was saying. It's like, no, they're gonna find a median price, but here's the blessing about being in America: our prices are already sky high. We have nowhere else to go but down. But everybody else, I mean, your prices can go up,
right?
And I'm not sure how that's gonna affect their health care, but good luck, man. That ain't our problem.
I'm telling you, man. It's like what better fucking world to live in than when someone's paying for everything for you, paying for your housing, paying for your health care. It's like they're all kids at home. And they're rebelling against mommy and daddy who are paying for everything.
Who is mommy? Because the last time I checked, Big Daddy America was the only one bringing home the bacon around this hole.
And then they say things like, "Oh, why don't you have free health care?"
We're a single dad with 10 kids. That's why.
Bro. Why don't you guys leave the house and get a job? Stop being leeches. Oh, we can't say that because it's offensive. It's probably
that's probably
true,
the most
bro.
accurate description. We're a single dad with 10 kids. Like what? Give us a break.
10 kids paying child support
to their mothers. Yeah.
Man, and we get no respect as a father. Man, they don't even pull up on Christmas, bro. It's tough out here.
You know what's crazy? So hold up. On an unrelated note, I actually looked into it. Don't ask me why I did this, but you can infer what you want. I figured out that legally the U.S. government has a cap on how many kids you can have before you can no longer pay child support for any additional kids. That cap is 4.
Yes.
If you're
Really?
making a standard salary of less than $150,000 a year, and
They will
you
make you
already
pay
have
$50 a kid
Yep.
for 4 kids.
Yep, because it's not feasible for you to pay those outlandish numbers based off of your income, because you wouldn't be able to pay it.
Bro, you literally work under the table for the rest of your life because all your check is just gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
And so legally speaking, it's $50 a kid, and the maximum amount that the federal government can charge you for child support on is
On the child support
for
worksheet. Yeah.
I mean, that's
it's for
fair.
4 kids.
I
And
mean,
it works
look,
the same way for alimony. So if you have over 4 kids and you get divorced or whatever, and they try to assign child support or alimony, if you have over 4 kids, they have to slash the alimony in half by definition. Also,
But-
on an other, hold up, there's more. On an other unrelated note, the
A woman can have
maximum
10
amount,
baby daddies.
the maximum amount of the maximum amount of wages that can be garnished by any private body is actually up to 10% if you file as head of household. And the legal definition of head of household is anybody that takes care of or covers 50% of the annual household spending. So if you file for head of household and then some private investor tries to come after you because you owe a debt, they can't go past 10% of your liquid net income.
oh, so hold on.
So
Shout out to my man Castro. He said Set's club name is Gas and Ass. Nobody rides for free. Oh my God.
Gas and ass.
Gas and Ass is wild. Come out here, just
man.
What is that? Fucking, that's not Wisco. That's fucking Chief Keef.
gas and ass. How you know Chief Keef? Oh, shout out Monty. Monty, you go for that.
His name is Monty. His name is Monty. Of course he knows Chief Keef. I'd be surprised if he was a white guy.
I always knew it as ass.
He is white.
Oh,
Hold on.
shoot.
What the fuck you mean?
Oh God!
Oh, my God, he's white.
Shut up,
Oh, man. How did the name Monty come about? You look
It's
like
short.
a nice young man. You look like a nice young man with a decent credit score. Why are you out here with this hoodlum YN name?
My name is short for Montgomery.
Now, there you go.
And you chose the nigger version of my. You chose
I'm
the nigger version of
I ain't gonna lie. When you say his whole name, you do got like a rich guy's name, like Montgomery.
Montgomery
Like,
Tyler Krause. I fucking
Golly, I can hear the money coming off of that. You sound like a freaking
Montgomery.
trust fund baby.
Yeah, I got Charles Phillip.
I'm weak. So Montgomery's meeting Nigel at the. What was it? What's that little place that rich people go to?
The freaking country club.
The country club. Yeah, so Montgomery and Nigel are going to the country club to play a nice round of golf.
That man over here sound like he says, "Oh, good heavens!"
But all right, guys, all right. Let's get right back into it because we kind of veered off a little bit from our guys over there in Venezuela.
I'm sorry, bro, but I also
So-
gotta say this. I mean, you black folks be getting screwed on the freaking net. Like, bro, like I knew this one girl. Her name was Latiana. I'm like, what the hell does that even mean, bro?
I mean, dog, people
Y'all
do-
just making stuff up, bro.
Bro, you know what I hate when they add the duh, the ja, and the key to like regular names. Like I don't know,
Right.
Keyshawn, Deshawn, LaShawn, Deshawn, Reshawn, Rayshawn. Like,
Bro, why? Why we doing this? Why are we doing this, bro? It
oh,
always kind of baffles me when white kids are named like some of the most ghetto, outlandish stuff. It's like, did your mom like Black D?
no, that shit is funny, bro. Come on, bro. White people name ghetto things is the most hilarious thing. It's like just natural comedy. Like, come on.
Like I knew this one white girl in the military. We were talking and like this dude was like, "Hey, Keyshawn, what's up?" And I'm thinking he talking to somebody else, and she responded. I'm like, "What's your name?" She was like, "Oh yeah, my name is Keyshana Hendricks."
Oh yeah, bro. I know a
Real
white girl
life?
named Keisha.
Right? That's crazy. Like, bro, she got to be thick with a name like Keisha.
Bro.
Bro, she flat as a board. I'm gonna be hot.
Oh, okay.
All right. Actually,
Keisha, if you watching,
we're
join
gonna
this
go
live,
to
bro.
some. We're gonna do a segment called "Sets Bookmarks." So pretty much stuff I bookmark on Twitter. Let's just go down.
It's all porn.
Father
come
to
on now.
furnish.
Come on, bro. Wrong profile. I mean, yeah, wrong profile. It's like
That boy be slapping his. Ooh.
all right, let's go ahead and bring man back now. But all right, now
Sorry,
let's go ahead and hear this interview with. Well,
didn't pay the phone bill.
I'm weak.
Name
All right,
with like Montgomery and you broke crazy.
Oh, nah, trust me, Monty far from broke. I mean, worked a little too hard. Like Monty got cut down on the hours. That's too that Monty has too much money. It's in the name, bro. It's in the name.
Yeah, I don't hear a freaking smoke detector going off anytime he speaks.
True.
I hate it. What was that?
Oh no, that's my sound effect.
No, I was doing it too. I had to go look for it on YouTube. That's how rich I am. On my
wow.
Oh, bro, Monty, dog, you dog. Check this sound out.
Oh my god.
That's more his speed.
I am. Yeah, I don't know how I got that name. Guess what my brother's name is?
What?
Montel.